Today, we delve into the ongoing saga of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, who seem to be encountering a tumultuous time as their popularity takes a significant hit worldwide. Meghan appears to have finally realized that her post-Megxit strategy of continuously trashing the royal family might not have been the wisest move in hindsight. The couple's relationship with media giants Spotify and Netflix also seems to be under strain. Reports suggest that Spotify is finding it hard to tolerate the presence of the Sussexes, and there are rumors that Harry has demanded the removal of all sequences featuring Meghan in his Invictus documentary. If this holds true, it could lead to a complete reshooting of the documentary. The Duchess of Sussex finds herself in a desperate position, and the question arises, how will she respond to this mounting crisis? Recent developments reveal that Meghan is attempting to distance herself from any involvement in Harry's book project, Spare. However, many find it hard to believe that Harry, who did not excel academically, suddenly possesses exceptional writing skills. It is likely that he had significant input from Meghan and a ghostwriter, J.R. Moringer, who is a writer, but certainly not a magician. Meghan, known for promoting her own version of the truth, now claims she had little to do with the writing of Spare and merely let Harry take the lead. However, this assertion appears dubious and few seem willing to accept it. Meghan's attempts to control the narrative are falling short as more people are beginning to see through her manipulative tactics. One pressing question remains unanswered. Is Netflix editing the Invictus documentary because of Harry's demands, or did they initiate the removal of Meghan from it? As the world starts to see Meghan as a manipulative fraud, she appears to be crafting yet another version of her truth to counter this fact. Unfortunately for her, too many people have caught on to her games. Critics argue that Meghan orchestrated her meeting with Prince Harry from the start, engineering their encounter completely. The timing of their exit from the royal family during the early stages of the global pandemic further adds to the perception that their actions were poorly planned and executed. Their series of unfortunate events, including the involvement of Hollywood actor-writer relationships, seem like karmic disasters that keep coming their way. Comparisons are being drawn to previous royal dramas, such as the Edward VII and Wallace saga, but it is clear that the Sussexes have taken it to a whole new level. Their journey is marked by turmoil and scrutiny, which could forever be remembered as one of the most ill-conceived ideas in history. As they navigate this storm, the world watches closely to see how the royal family and the Sussexes will emerge from their biggest crisis yet. As far as historical comparisons go, the likes of Edward and Wallace faced numerous accusations, but being labeled as liars or trashing the royal family wasn't one of them. Their tumultuous journey was largely of their own making, and they accepted the consequences without blame-shifting. Now the spotlight is on the gruesome twosome, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, as they find themselves in a self-inflicted quagmire. While the blame game is in full swing, Meghan is attempting to shift responsibility for their current predicament onto Harry. She insists that Spare, Harry's venture into writing, had nothing to do with her, although the messy situation they are in now doesn't come as a surprise, given her track record. Such denial and deflection seem typical of her approach. Amidst the turmoil, WME, William Morris Endeavour is trying desperately to reshape Meghan's image, attempting to demarcel her, but the effort appears to be too little too late. The undeniable truth remains that Meghan Markle, through her actions and choices, has become her own worst enemy, alienating many who have encountered her. The rift between the couple seems to be deepening, and the prospects of rebuilding bridges are dim. When blame infiltrates a marriage, reaching rock bottom often follows. They underestimated people's intelligence and failed to foresee that their true motives would become evident to the world. The streaming numbers attributed to Suits might also raise skepticism. Some contend that the counting methods used for Meghan's podcast, which failed to generate any revenue and was ultimately dropped by Spotify, might be questionable in this regard as well. Perhaps the sudden surge in streaming numbers could be attributed to a different audience altogether, namely those seeking explicit content from the show rather than its artistic merits. In conclusion, the notion that jealousy is the driving force behind criticism of Meghan Markle is not a comprehensive explanation. Rather, it is the culmination of a multitude of factors, including her public image, media interactions, and perceived contradictions in her actions. The public's perception of any individual is a complex amalgamation of various aspects, and it is crucial to examine these elements holistically to understand the sentiments towards Meghan and her association with the show Suits. Greetings, esteemed audience, and welcome to this extensive analysis of the acclaimed TV show Suits and its association with Meghan Markle. Let us embark on a journey to dissect the various elements that shaped this series and the role played by its cast, including Meghan Markle. As a casual viewer, I had the opportunity to watch approximately one episode of Suits. Regrettably, the show failed to captivate my interest, leading me to abandon it prematurely. Nonetheless, it allowed me to observe the dynamics within the cast and their respective roles. Contrary to popular belief, Meghan Markle did not hold the mantle of the show's star. That title rightfully belonged to the actors portraying characters like Harvey, Mike, Louis, Jessica, and Donna. Even supporting characters like Katrina and the two other women lawyers had more significant parts in the series, despite not being present throughout its entirety. The portrayal of Louis's love interest, a blonde lady, and the actor who brought Rachel's father to life were equally impactful, overshadowing Meghan's presence. While Meghan's office attire was commendable, one cannot deny that the studio played a pivotal role in selecting her outfits. Her lack of involvement in such choices was evident, as it seemed unlikely that she would have chosen those outfits herself, considering her taste might not align with those presented on the show. As an actress, Meghan Markle's performance has been subject to criticism. Descriptions of her as wooden and her propensity to fold her arms while wearing a sour expression contribute to the perception of her as unconvincing on screen. Her supposed possession of her own office within the show, despite being a junior, raises eyebrows and could be viewed as a contributing factor to her departure from the series. While Meghan's connection to the royal family undoubtedly attracted viewers, her subsequent projects have not met with equal success. Her podcast series, which failed to generate revenue and was ultimately canceled by Spotify, along with the shelving of her production, Pearl, prior to its creation, raise concerns about the quality of content she offers. It is essential to distinguish between Suits, a show in which Meghan acted, and anything produced by Archie, which Meghan and Harry spearhead. Meghan was not involved in the behind-the-scenes processes of Suits, nor was she responsible for its creation or production. While her connection to the royal family might have drawn initial interest, it is evident that the content's merit is crucial for sustained engagement, as witnessed with the disappointing outcomes of their subsequent projects. The industry's portrayal of Meghan and Harry as no-talent grifters showcases the challenges they face in maintaining relevance and credibility in the industry. The PR machinery surrounding them endeavors to present a different narrative, but critical reception and industry professionals' assessments offer a more realistic perspective. In conclusion, the claims that Meghan and Harry's projects have achieved record-breaking success seem to be marred with manipulation of numbers and misrepresentation. The fate of their endeavors has been far from the groundbreaking triumphs they might have anticipated, leading some to question the substance behind their ventures. As we move forward, it is essential to critically assess their contributions and separate sensationalism from genuine achievements. Thank you for accompanying us on this exploratory journey, and we eagerly anticipate your thoughts in the comments below. Feel free to like and share this content with friends and family who may find it intriguing, and do subscribe to the channel to keep abreast of future enlightening videos. Farewell until we meet again in our next captivating exploration. In relation to the acclaimed TV show Suits, as many of you who are avid Twitter users or enthusiasts of the latest PR articles might have noticed, there's quite a buzz surrounding Meghan's role in boosting the show's streaming numbers on Netflix. The Indy 100, in particular, credits Meghan, and only Meghan, for demolishing some vague streaming record with the show. Now, it's fair to acknowledge that Meghan does deserve some recognition for the show gaining renewed popularity since its run. We can attribute some of this newfound attention to the public's general interest in her and the royal family, thanks to her marriage to Prince Harry. It's fascinating how the magic of royalty can spark curiosity and lead people to revisit past works, such as Suits. But let's take a moment to examine Meghan's role in the show more critically. Contrary to the PR narrative, her contribution to Suits might not be as substantial as it appears. While it's true that her fame has undoubtedly helped the show's streaming numbers, we must remember that Meghan's acting success was relatively limited, especially when compared to her co-stars. The fact that she was ranked 6th on the call sheet and appeared in less than 19 hours of the show's 7-year run suggests that her role wasn't as pivotal as portrayed. In all honesty, it's hard to ignore the fact that some industry insiders have been less than generous in their opinions about Meghan's talent, labeling her as talentless and even questioning her credibility. Additionally, she and Harry recently experienced a setback with a multi-million-dollar agreement, raising doubts about productivity. It is not my intention to engage in racially motivated discussions about Meghan. Such matters are trivial and distract from the true focus of this conversation. The spotlight should remain on Meghan's career and achievements, or lack thereof, without resorting to irrelevant arguments. Ultimately, Meghan's accomplishments in Suits seem to be inflated by the PR machinery surrounding her. It's vital to recognize the hard work of other actors who played more significant roles in carrying the show throughout its successful run. Crediting Meghan solely for the show's streaming success belittles the efforts of her co-stars and the team behind the production. In conclusion, this discussion is not driven by jealousy or racial biases, but rather seeks to provide a balanced perspective on Meghan's involvement in Suits and the subsequent PR efforts to enhance her reputation. As a society, let us focus on genuine achievements and acknowledge the true contributions of individuals without falling prey to biased narratives. As I embark on expounding on this blog, I find myself pondering the enigmatic question: what could possibly ignite feelings of jealousy towards Meghan Markle? The answer, it seems, lies in the unfortunate labels she has been adorned with: talentless and an epping grifter. These are certainly attributes that no one aspires to possess, and they might spur unwarranted envy in some individuals. However, let us delve deeper into the reasons behind such negative characterizations. One aspect that seems to draw criticism amid the plethora of rumors surrounding them, one pressing question lingers: do Meghan and Harry have children at all? The issue of their children's existence, surrogacy, and Harry's DNA remains shrouded in mystery, and clarity on this matter is essential. Some speculate that Meghan's own actions will lead to her downfall, and her behavior might have been a deliberate ploy to engineer her own demise. The royal family, including Charles and William, seemingly held back and let events unfold, perhaps knowing that intervening would be futile. The Queen's 70-year reign exposed her to various personalities, and she may have recognized that Meghan and Harry were an unavoidable disaster in the making. Her strategy of allowing them enough rope to hang themselves played the long game. While the Queen maintained her distance, Charles appeared to adopt a different approach, which seemingly worked well for him. As the drama unfolds, the world watches with bated breath, eager to witness how the events surrounding the disastrous duo will continue to unfold. Ultimately, the truth will surface, and the consequences of their choices will be laid bare. In the realm of celebrity and royalty, speculation and rumors often run rampant. One such topic that has sparked considerable discussion is the supposed animosity between iconic singer Elton John and the British royal family. While some claim that Elton harbors deep-seated hatred for the royals, a closer examination suggests a more nuanced narrative. Elton John shared a close friendship with the late Princess Diana, which undoubtedly left a lasting impact on him. Supporting her during her tumultuous marriage and grieving her untimely passing, he was genuinely affected by her presence in his life. The royal family faced suspicion in the aftermath of Diana's tragic death, leading to a thorough investigation that concluded the driver was at fault. Despite the media frenzy surrounding the incident, there is no evidence of hatred on Elton's part towards the royal family. Recent tensions between Elton John and Prince Harry and Meghan Markle arose when the couple criticized him for their private jet usage during a conversation that was recorded. This incident, coupled with other factors, led to a falling out between them. However, whether this animosity extends to the entire royal family remains uncertain. In the past, Elton and Diana's friendship encountered a hiccup when she withdrew from writing the foreword to a fashion coffee table book titled Rock and Royalty, which aimed to raise funds for Elton's AIDS Foundation. Elton believed that the palace's disapproval of a royal family member being associated with the book played a role in her decision. They eventually reconciled shortly before her passing, further highlighting the complexity of their relationship with the royal family. While Elton may still hold the royal family or the palace partially responsible for certain incidents, it's important to acknowledge that he also maintains a soft spot for Princes William and Harry. Reports suggest that he was touring outside of the UK during the coronation concert, explaining his absence. His connection to Diana and his affection for her sons make it challenging to conclude that he hates the entire royal family. As for Prince Harry's troubles, Elton John's stance may be seen as empathetic. Despite Harry being a grown man, he has openly struggled with drug abuse, leading to unwise decisions. Even adults, when facing difficulties, sometimes seek practical help from their parents. In this context, King Charles providing financial assistance may not address the underlying issues Harry is grappling with. The situation is undoubtedly complex, but it doesn't necessarily imply hatred towards the royals on Elton's part. Speculating on someone's emotions, especially as strong as hatred, should be done with caution. While Elton John's relationship with the royal family is multifaceted, definitive proof of hatred is lacking. As such, we should refrain from making such accusations without concrete evidence. The dynamics between celebrities and royalty are often intricate, and sweeping judgments should be avoided until a comprehensive understanding is achieved. We will delve into various aspects of her life and actions that have contributed to the diverse range of opinions held by the British public. This article aims to shed light on the factors that have shaped her image, from her initial arrival in the UK to her eventual departure from royal duties alongside her husband, Prince Harry. The British public's perception of Meghan Markle. In recent years, Meghan Markle's entry into the royal family has sparked both adoration and criticism from the British public. While some welcomed her as a breath of fresh air and embraced her as the Duchess of Sussex, others expressed skepticism and disapproval. One significant point of contention revolves around her portrayal in the media. Some individuals have championed Meghan as a role model and a representation of a more inclusive monarchy. However, others have questioned the authenticity of her image, accusing her of being disingenuous and insincere. Challenges to her claimed title. One aspect that has caused consternation among certain individuals is Meghan's title as a princess. Critics argue that she cannot be rightfully referred to as Princess Meghan, since she was not born into the royal family. They assert that the correct title should be Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, a distinction they emphasize to highlight their belief that she has not earned the title through birthright. Discontent with her attitude and behavior. Among the British public's grievances against Meghan Markle are allegations of an entitled attitude, a lack of respect for tradition, and a perceived disregard for royal protocols. Critics claim that her behavior is inconsistent with the values and principles they associate with the monarchy. They feel that she has not fully embraced her royal responsibilities and has not demonstrated a true understanding of the concept of duty. Additionally, her public statements and interviews have been scrutinized, with some suggesting that she is attempting to manipulate public opinion and cast herself as a victim. This perception has led to a level of public distrust and disdain. The impact on the royal family. The royal family's reaction to Meghan Markle's presence has been a subject of intense interest and speculation. Some believe that Meghan's entry into the family initially elicited a warm welcome, but her subsequent actions have soured public opinion and strained relationships within the royal household. A pivotal moment in this dynamic was Meghan and Harry's interview with Oprah Winfrey, during which they made numerous claims about the royal family. Critics argue that the timing of the interview, considering the frail state of Prince Philip's health and the recent passing of the Queen's husband, was insensitive and hurtful. The shift in Prince Harry's behavior. Meghan Markle's relationship with Prince Harry has also been a subject of concern among some members of the British public. Observers note that Harry's demeanor and behavior have seemingly changed since their relationship began. Some speculate that Meghan has had a significant influence on him and attribute his recent actions and statements to her influence. Conclusion. The perception of Meghan Markle within the British public is complex and multifaceted. While some admire her for her efforts to modernize the monarchy and advocate for social issues, others criticize her for what they perceive as an unauthentic approach to her royal duties and a lack of understanding of traditional values. Additionally, her relationship with Prince Harry and the impact on the royal family has been a matter of interest and debate. Ultimately, public opinion remains divided, with each individual forming their own interpretation of Meghan Markle's role in the British monarchy.